Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Spoken from the Spectrum. My name is Michelle and thank you for visiting my channel. So today's video, I want to get right into it. I want to talk about how I was able to finally get diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. So if you saw my first video or my last video, then you know how I learned that I was autistic, right? If you want to hear the story, go ahead and check that video out because I'm really not going to repeat it. But since I found out that I was autistic, like once I first started to suspect it, the first thing that I did after I did hours and hours of research was call my doctor. So I called my doctor to schedule an appointment. I spoke with the nurse and she got me scheduled for an appointment, and I believe it was about 2 days later that I saw my doctor. So when I saw her, I told her my concerns and why I thought that I was autistic and how everything has been making sense to me. So she didn't really have too much to say about it, but instead she referred me to a psychologist so that I could work with instead. So it was about maybe a week or two later that I finally had my appointment with the psychologist. And she started to gather information, do her assessment, ask lots of questions. I told her all of my concerns, and we've been working through everything since. So last week, she told me that I am officially diagnosed with ASD, and I was very thankful to her just because I felt validated. Even though it wasn't too long between when I first started to suspect that I'm autistic to when I actually got my diagnosis, I still felt very validated because I had brought it to two other therapists' attention before, and they basically said, well, you seem like you can have a normal conversation. And that was just so invalidating. And then the other one was like, well, I don't want you to get stuck on this diagnosis or something like that, which was also very invalidating. So when I started to work with my psychologist, and she really listened to me and really understood where I was coming from, and she has years of experience, so she validated me really and took the time to listen and address my concerns. So that was really nice. It took about, altogether, this whole process took about 6 weeks, which I'm very thankful for because I know that, it's not that easy. It could be really hard to get a diagnosis and for people to really see how autism in women presents differently than in men. A lot of people are still stuck in that mindset of, well, if you can have a conversation, if you can make eye contact, then you're fine. You know what I mean? So a lot of the times, autistic women, we learn how to mask. So it's like, yeah, you don't see it, but we're struggling. A lot of my anxiety that I've had throughout my life, I now understand that it was related to my masking and to me not being myself and to me trying to fit in. Like, most of my anxiety was related to social situations. But now that I understand myself a lot better, I don't feel the pressure to fit in. I don't feel the pressure to try to be somebody that I'm not. Like, I'm totally okay with just being myself, and whoever likes it, cool. Whoever doesn't, cool. I don't really care because now I don't have that desire to fit in. I want to stand out. I like being myself and I like being different. I know that I'm quirky. Some people may call it weird, and that's okay. I just know that I'm unique and I'm different, and we all are different, and no two people are alike. So I kind of digressed a little bit, but I just want to say that yeah, I am very thankful that I was finally diagnosed, even though, oddly enough, it took a lot of years. I'm still kind of curious as to how or why this was missed in my childhood, and, how come none of my teachers picked it up, or like my parents or anything. Like, yeah, people would always call me weird, but what is weird? Like, what defines weird? So that's kind of still up in the air. I still have some questions about that I need to get answered, and, continue healing from the years of misdiagnosis and the years of stress and anxiety. And I just feel so much freer. Honestly, the diagnosis doesn't really change much at all. I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to do exactly what I was doing before. All that's changed is now there's this label on my medical health record, and that's okay. I'm okay with it. It makes me feel validated and understood. And now people that I encounter, like when I go to the doctor or whatever, they'll see this and they know, kind of how to interact with me maybe. I really don't know. I don't know how it will change, honestly, but we'll see. So yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video letting you guys know that I officially got diagnosed and how I went about the process. I encourage you guys, if you are seeking a diagnosis, to voice your concerns to somebody who will listen, and don't stop. Do not stop advocating for yourself, because no one else is going to advocate for you unless you have somebody who is supportive of you and what you're seeking. So don't stop advocating for yourself. If somebody says no, get a second opinion. And it can be an expensive process. I understand that. So just continue seeking help and don't stop until you are heard and validated. So that's it for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye.